Hey friends, what's up? Philip here with Points of Philip, and I want to talk about my life with the American Express Platinum card and how it's been going. All right, but before we get into that, I'd like to go ahead and ask you guys to like and subscribe. Doing that helps YouTube and for me to know that what I'm doing is helpful, right? And that doing that helps other people see this video. So thank you so much for doing that. And if you already are a subscriber, I just want to say thank you so much for being a part of our community. I really appreciate your support. So without further ado, let's take a look at the American Express Platinum card. So shiny. So let's take a look at what it is. So the top lines here, there are 5x multipliers on all airfare purchases made directly with the supplier or through the travel portal. 5 points per dollar on hotels prepaid through the portal. So it has to be prepaid and through the portal in order to get the 5 points. And it gets 1 points per dollar on everything else. So this isn't really kind of a powerhouse unless you are in fact traveling. Now there are a lot of credits, and we can get into that here in a second. And it has a $695 annual fee, and currently could go up by the time you're watching this. So if you're a time traveler in the future, how is it? Anyway, so I got this card through an upgrade offer of my American Express Gold card. And so that's right here, which actually this is a new one. But anyway, so I got this upgrade offer. It was 125,000 points for $6,000 in spend over 6 months. And so I was like, sign me up. 125,000 membership rewards points, please. Thank you. So that's why I got it. Now, how do I use it? So let's talk about the credits in particular. So for the credits here, the $240 annual digital entertainment credit, this comes in $20 increments each month, and it can be used at Disney Plus and Hulu, New York Times, Peacock, and the Wall Street Journal. So let's take a look at what we did before we got this card and how we're getting that value. So my wife and I have a subscription for Disney Plus, the Disney Plus bundle with Hulu, and we also have Peacock as well. And I also subscribe to the Wall Street Journal through it's like a bunch. So it has Barron's and the Financial Times in there as well. So we use all those services, and so we spend at least $20 a month in those every year, right? And so that's nice because we're getting kind of basically $20 back that we were already spending. And so I believe by the end of the year, $240 locked away, actual solid value. So I use each of those, and I have before I got the card. So now let's talk about the $200 hotel credit. So this one has a $200 hotel credit, and that's redeemable for FHR stays and the hotel collection stays. Now, typically the hotel collection stays, if you only have access to the gold card, that will actually be the only program you have access to. Now, if you have access to, say, the platinum card, then you have access to the hotel collection, plus you also have access to the fine hotels and resorts. And so that's really interesting. So this must be used through the portal for either a 2-night the hotel collection booking or a 1-night FHR booking or longer. So I actually already had a hotel collection booking for a trip my wife and I are taking to West Palm Beach. We were staying at the Canopy Hotel in West Palm Beach, and so that was already booked. It was already booked directly with Hilton. And by the time I got this card and realized, wait a minute, I have this option, I can clean up, right? So I canceled my Hilton booking, and then I rebooked it through the hotel collection through the American Express travel portal, and it actually ended up being a cheaper rate because the rates went down slightly. It wasn't terribly much. I think it was like $20 cheaper for the 3-night stay. But so it was about the same amount, a little bit cheaper, but this time I got the $200 off because of this credit. So this is actually pretty interesting. So I just had to prepay for a new booking in order to get the credit, and the new rate was actually a little cheaper. Plus I got 5 points per dollar on that stay. So now why do FHR? So you can get access to a preferred upgrade list. So this is actually through a direct kind of sponsorship, or not sponsorship, but a partnership with the hotels. And so you actually could get access to upgrades almost better than if you had loyalty with the actual hotel. We'll see. Then you can also get access to noon check-in, which is really nice if you're coming in a little bit early. Late checkout as available. So late checkout as available for hotel collection, and then some properties with FHR guarantee 4 p.m. checkout as well. And then you also get free resort credit. So this could be $100, and this could be just a generalized resort credit, but sometimes they will specify if it has to be used for a specific purpose, right? And so that's important too to note. Now, it also, some hotel collection and most FHR collection hotels come with free breakfast for 2 as well. And so that can be really nice as well. And so if you're staying at some of these nicer properties, they do charge a lot for breakfast. And so if you're getting this free breakfast for 2, that could add up to be a significant amount of money, right? So that's important to note. Now, let's take a look too at, let's take a look at some other FHR booking interesting information. So one hotel I was looking at was I believe it was a Fairmont in Puerto Rico, had free parking as well as a benefit of their FHR booking. And so that was nice. All right, let's take a look at the airline fee credit for this card. So every year you get $200 in airline incidental fees, basically, credited to your account, as they come up. Now you have to select a air carrier, and so I selected Delta. Now this can be used throughout the year, right? So I've used it for Sky Club access for guests and for fees associated with reward bookings so far. I've been able to get really good value out of this full value, right? Now you also get Walmart Plus here. This covers the monthly Walmart Plus charge plus taxes. So you have to order it monthly. You can't just get the yearly one. Now, Walmart Plus is nice for free shipping on online orders, so it works very similar to Amazon Prime. You get free 2-day shipping, but it also gets free delivery for grocery store items. So I use this for toilet paper, dog treats, Greek yogurt, meats, things like that, right? So I don't have to really worry about going grocery shopping because most of that stuff I go to through Walmart Plus. And so I save a little bit of money. I don't have to go to the grocery store, and then I can actually spend my time towards doing what I want to do. And so that's nice as well. So Walmart Plus, solid in my book. So now, Walmart Plus also comes with an ad version of Paramount Plus, and that's nice too. So that's a couple dollars worth a month in me. Now, it is the ad-supported version again, so take with that what you will, but you have access to that content if you need it. Now, you also get 10 cents off per gallon whenever you pay through the Walmart Plus or the Walmart app at Exxon Mobil stations. So it's actually pretty nifty. Basically, you just hold the app open, tell it what pumps you're at, and then you actually charge the card in your app, and then it tells the gas pump that you're all good to go. And it's worked pretty well for me so far. You also get access to Sam's Gas as well, I believe. Now you also get $200 in Uber Cash. This hits in the form of $15 in Uber credit, Uber Cash that hits into your account, and then in December it's $20 to round out to $200. Now, this at your Uber account is Uber Cash, so you can use it for Uber Eats orders, regular Uber rides orders, things like that. And I use it for pickup at places by my office. Now, this also comes with a $199 Clear credit as well. I've used it every time I fly, and as long as I have a card that gives me Clear, I will be using Clear. It's a great must-have, especially if you're flying out of some airports like Orlando. But again, I've also had really good experiences flying out of Atlanta or flying out of JFK. So I know that some people have had different experiences, but I've had positive ones, so that's all I can talk about at the time for the moment. Now, you also have global dining access through Resy, and this is actually pretty interesting if you live in a town that has cool Resy restaurants. So this is Resy on steroids. So if a restaurant is booked, you get to set a notification, and if something opens up at the time and date that you set up in the app, you'll actually get a push notification that will allow you to snatch up that reservation on demand. Now, this comes in clutch for some visits to DC and New York, and well, I love having access to this program. Also, one cool restaurant became available for a Valentine's Day reservation, and I was very happy about that. Now, there's also a Shop with Saks credit here. It's $50 every 6 months. I tried ordering a piece of clothing, despite the fact that I ordered the right size for me. It was vastly smaller than I anticipated, and so I had to return it. But luckily, all of the crazy shipping fees for shipping it to me and then shipping it back to Saks were covered by this credit. So I would not value this credit whatsoever, but it's there. Now, you also get access to Hilton and Marriott Gold status. So Hilton Gold status is much more beneficial with the free food credits and breakfast overseas. Now, I also have the Hilton Aspire card, so I get Diamond. But the problem is I can't give my wife Diamond status with that card. And so having my wife as an authorized user actually gets her Hilton Gold status through having the Platinum card. And so whenever she's traveling for business or doing something else, she has status on her own that gets her those free food credits, and that's helpful. So you also get a free fee credit for TSA PreCheck global entry. Very nice to have. If you're going to be traveling at all, just go ahead and get it. Honestly, the more options you have to avoid the line at the airports, the better it is for you. And so that's going to be super helpful. Now, there are other really important protections like rental car protection, purchase protection, return protection, and extended warranties that I haven't used yet, but do add peace of mind. And so if I am doing a major purchase, I'm more likely to put it on my Platinum card, despite the fact that it gets 1 point per dollar, just because I have that purchase protection, right? If I lose something or if it breaks and the manufacturer won't take it back, I have other options, right? There's also trip delay insurance, which is important to have, trip cancellation insurance, and cell phone protection. Now, I have the Ritz-Carlton card, so I already really have really good protections through that. But if I didn't have this, I would book all of my travel through here just because of those protections. That peace of mind is really important to have. Now, my overall thinking here is that I've seen a lot of good value out of this card so far, apart from the 125,000 point sign-up bonus, right? I think I'm actually likely to keep it into year 2 because I'm getting used to having Walmart Plus, and I have a lot of those other credits. So between the $200 airfare credit, the $240 entertainment credit, the $200 Uber credit, that's already really close to the annual fee without having to worry about the Walmart Plus stuff and the Saks stuff and all that. So it's a solid value if you're already someone who uses those services in a way that you think is acceptable for your budget. And I definitely am in that realm of thinking. Now, the big question for you though is, should you get this card? So if you get a sign-up bonus or something, well, it's an easy card to justify for the first year because those sign-up bonuses, as long as you don't get the public one, I think it's 80,000 points, it's going to be good, right? You're going to have 125,000. Sometimes they're going to be 150,000. It's a solid card with a solid bonus. Make sure you're actually getting enough value to justify actually holding the card. So if you don't travel at all, I would say don't bother. Wait to have the card when you can use the benefits, right? And honestly, that's another thing about this card, right? You have unlimited access to the Centurion Lounge. I've gone to the one in Atlanta a number of times. You have 15 access visits to Delta Sky Clubs, and that's really nice as well. So there's that as well, which is nice. Now, if you value that lounge access really well, then that can be helpful as well towards figuring out if this is worth it for you. Now, here's the thing. The Business Platinum could also be an interesting option. So that is this card here. So this one actually got a sign-up bonus of 250,000 points. But that has some other interesting benefits that if you do a lot of spend, that one might be the better one for you. And I'll do a video that compares them later down the road. But I wanted to share my experience with the Platinum card because, well, I've kind of been happy with it so far. I definitely don't spend that much on it beyond the sign-up bonus just because, well, if I'm not buying hotel stays or airfare purchases, I have better cards for that stuff, right? But, whenever I do pay for hotels, like when I paid for the hotels for my West Palm Beach trip, that was nice to be able to put it on this card. And so, I definitely have been getting some value out of it. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your support, and I can't wait to talk to you again later. Bye.